Blog Talk Radio.
From the minute that you're born, your body starts to decay. Your skin and your hair will turn wrinkled and gray. One thing's for sure, we gon' pass away. That's right, dog, you wasn't put here to stay. I know you think you gon' live forever. You keep telling yourself you should chase cheddar. I can't front, I wanna be rich too, but I'm smart enough to know you can't take it with you. When you got the cars, got the cribs, ride through the hood and everybody know you're rich. Believe me, money do make life easy when you can make it rain like Fat Joe and Weezy. Brunch in Paris, dinner in America. This morning Chanel, but tonight it's Erica. I got ice in my Rolex, rims in the car. I could buy out the bar, show the world I'm a star. G4 flies to Sandro Pay. Look, I know you're trying to get paid, and all that money do sound real nice, but you don't got nothing if you don't got price. Come on. They wanna be, they wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on. They wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on. So don't store treasures in a place where it rots. Don't die and go to a place where it's hot. People think money's everything, but it's not. The things people do for the guap. Rappers will sell out their souls on a track. Some would even sell to their own mama crack. Rich people got it and they cheat on their tax. Girls sell their bodies and they lay on their backs. Some will bust strips to make a porn flick fake like you're homeless and then walk with a limp for oil and diamonds. So many died, so many nations face genocide. Man, no matter how you get it, you're dead wrong if you think you can take it when you're dead and gone. All money does when they zip you in the plastic is buy you a supernova line with the gas. They wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on. They wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on. You got 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. Your clock's ticking, time moves fast. And all the money in the world can't buy back a second of your past. Can't buy breath when you passing away. No, so tell me what's the value of today? I discovered at last you're really poor if all that you got in this world is cash. I got Jesus, I'm not a hostage. No longer living in bondage. Addiction's gone since I met the Savior. Believe me, I know all about favor. I know about joy. I can smile. I know about the Father's love for a child. I know what it's like to have bitterness gone. I know what it feels like to sing a new song. Rest in His arms, peace within. I'm a better man, jump free from sin. In my life after, I'ma reign as a king. And I think it didn't cost me a thing. Cha-ching. They wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on. They wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on. They wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on. They wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on.
It's the music of Richie Righteous, taken from the CD Resting in Christ's Hand. You can find him and other artists we feature right here on our show page link, or just hit them up at www.richierighteous.com. Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning to you and yours, wherever you are on the World Wide Web. You are listening to Let's Talk, brought to you by the Men Empowered Radio Show on the Blog Talk Radio Network at blogtalkradio.com. My name is Maurice Heron, and I am your host for another edition of Let's Talk right here on Blog Talk Radio. It is a Sunday morning, October the 28th, 2012. If you would like to join in on our show conversation, you can hit us up while we are live at 347-205-9279. The chat room is still not open, and as always, our office here at the Men Empowered Organization is area code 504-484-9388, as well as our email address is menempoweredtoprosper@yahoo.com. And we are discontinuing MySpace as well as Facebook.com. We are on Twitter.com. Tonight's show, or today's show, will be the review of the book of Jasher. Last week, we found out the reason why Cain killed Abel. You know, in the book of Genesis, it does not tell the complete story of how Cain killed Abel, but in the book of Jasher, you can find the complete story of why Cain killed Abel. The references to the book of Jasher can be found in Joshua. That's right. You can go to Joshua chapter 10, verse 13, and you can also find references to the book of Jasher at 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 18. And that will let you know about the book of Jasher, that Joshua had read the book of Jasher. And in Joshua chapter 1, the Most High told Joshua to study this book of the law. And it also told him to meditate on it day and night. And as you can see, Joshua read the book and knew the book, and he meditated on the book. Not just the book of Jasher, but many other books. You know, this was in the early stages. So we found out that there have been many books, and the Bible is incomplete. Also, you can find out that the Bible, the 1611 Bible, was the King James Bible that everyone had back in that particular time, and there are 14 other books that are missing from the King James book. Now, there was a reason why they took these books out, and the reasons was to hide the things that were done in the earth today to bring us to where we are this day. We found out the reasons why, that they would take that the Apocrypha mentions about how the children of Gad came to North America. The children of Gad in North America today are the so-called Native American Indians today, as well as the Artex Hispanics here in Central America as well as in South America. Those are the tribe of Issachar. Also, we noticed that in Deuteronomy, which no one talks about, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verses 15 through 68, can identify who the so-called Negroes are, which are the tribe of Judah, also the tribe of Manasseh. The so-called Negroes here in America, the tribe of Judah is one of them. And you have a mixture of other Israelites here in the United States due to their own efforts of coming here to America. But the ones that came in on ships, it says in Deuteronomy 28, verses 68, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt. We found out that Egypt is in the Strong Concordance, house of bondage, and it also says that they shall go into Egypt, the house of bondage again, with ships. By the way, whereof I spoke unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondsmen and bondswomen, and no man shall buy you. Bondswomen and bondsmen means in this modern time slaves. The only people in the earth today, the only people as history dictates, they should have left this out, but no way they could have left this out. So they were trapped because, you know, if you ever watch CSI, you notice that when they when the crime on the crime scene, they go into looking for evidence, and when they look for evidence, they start puzzling things together. Because when you do crimes, you leave evidence, and when you leave stupid evidence, you wind up getting caught. whatsoever you sow, that shall you reap. So, if you can look at all these crime scene investigations, movies that you look at, you see all the evidence that show all the crimes that people do and they get caught. Well, it's the same thing spiritually when you tamper with the Bible. When you tamper with the Bible, you're not going to get everything that you need to pull out in order to misrepresent what you're trying to misrepresent. So in this case, they left all the evidence. They should have taken out the entire book of Deuteronomy. They called themselves taking out the Apocrypha books, which are 14 other books, but instead they left in Deuteronomy. And they could not have their spiritual eyes open, because if they would have had their spiritual eyes open, they would have known that all these verses up in here will identify the children of Judah. In Job 30, chapter 30, Job identifies himself, and he says, "My skin is black upon me." Now the enemy, the children that is part of the Antichrist, which is against Christ's people, the people that are against the truth are now coming up with a new book called the NIV. If you go to Job 30, chapter 30, you will see that they have switched up. You can do a lot of things, but when you start changing the words in the verse itself, it changes the meaning. In Job 30:30, King James, it says, "My skin is black upon me." But in the NIV, it says, "My skin grows black." Now, how can you change "is" to "grow"? All you English majors, figure that out and tell me, what does that have to do with anything? Well, really, it tries to identify that Job is not black, but he's turning black with the sun, like he's getting some kind of tan. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that the people on the earth today, the original people on the earth today, Adam and Eve, were black people. That's right. Esau is the lineage of what we call the Caucasians here on the earth today. The Caucasian race came from Esau. If you understand and look up the story of Esau and Jacob, as I said it before, we did a show on here called Why They Hate You So Much. If you want to go back and review the archive show that we did on Why They Hate You So Much, you will see the story of Esau and Jacob. It's not about black and white. It's about who inherit the blessing. And the blessing on the earth today, we were chosen. The tribe of Judah was chosen. Jacob's people were chosen. Jacob is the one that came from Isaac. Isaac came from Abraham. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob and Esau both came from Isaac. So the Edomites, far as his kingdom, came from Isaac. But, traditionally in the Hebrew, you get the firstborn because Esau came out first. You get the firstborn of the people. Whoever the first male is the one that gets the blessing from the father. But in this case, the Most High changed his mind because he knew what Esau was going to do. Because Esau did not obey the commandments. You're not supposed to eat your meat rare. Esau always ate his meat rare. He ate all his stuff bloody. It wasn't because of the color of his skin. It was because of him disobeying the Most High. It's why the Most High knew that he wasn't going to obey the commandments. Jacob did this. Jacob obeyed the commandments, therefore he was chosen. Now, the Most High has the right to change whatever he wants to do in the earth today. This is why he had Noah to change up and destroy the earth because of the wickedness that was here in the earth. Now, this is the Most High business. He is the God of the earth. He created, therefore he has the right to change whatever he wants to do. And according to his word, he changes not. So this is the reason why Jacob was chosen and not Esau. And Esau got mad at that, and you will see it's the same thing going on here with Cain and Abel in the book of Jasher. So we're going to go ahead and review this. And if you have any comments while we are here live, you can hit us up while we are live at 347-205-9279, or you can email me or email us at menempoweredtoprosper@yahoo.com. You can address it. My Hebrew name is Malachi, or you can address me in my American name as Maurice Heron. Okay, now, we left off at verse 27, and we're going to go into 28. But let's review a few verses before we get into verse 28. We're going to go ahead and start at verse 24. And when Cain heard the words which Abel his brother had spoken, behold, the anger of Cain was kindled against his brother Abel for declaring this thing. Abe spoke the truth. Cain could not take the truth. And therefore, this is what happened. And verse 25. And Cain hastened and rose up and took the iron part of his plowing instrument, with which he suddenly smote his brother, and he slew him. And Cain split the blood of his brother Abel upon the earth, and the blood of Abel streamed upon the earth before the flock. Verse 26. And after this, Cain repented, having slain his brother, and he was sadly grieved, and he wept over him, and it vexed him exceedingly. Verse 27. And Cain rose up and dug a hole in the field, wherein he put his brother's body, and he turned the dust over it. Verses 28. On verse 28, it says, And the Most High knew what Cain had done to his brother. And the Most High appeared to Cain and said unto him, Where is Abel thy brother that was with thee? And Cain dissembled and said, I do not know. Am I my brother's keeper? And the Most High said unto him, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried upon me from the ground, where thou hast slain him. The Most High wanted Cain to go ahead and confess his sin. Verses 30. For thou hast slain thy brother, and hast dissembled before me, and didst imagine in thy heart that I saw thee not, nor knew all thy actions. Verse 31. But thou didst this thing, and didst slay thy brother for naught, and because he spoke rightly to thee, and now therefore cursed be thou from the ground, which opened its mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand, and wherein thou didst bury him. Verse 32. And it shall be written, Thou shalt till it, it shall no more give thee its strength, as in the beginning. for thorns and thistles shall the ground produce, and thou shalt be moving and wandering in the earth until the day of thy death. Now, let's go back real quick. I caught something, and I want to see if you caught this as well. All right, Adam had to till the earth. He had to work the earth, and it produced for him, but not as much because of the sin that he had did. Now, here the Most High says in verse 32, and it shall be when thou shalt till it, it shall no more give thee its strength as in the beginning. For thorns and thistles shall the ground produce, and thou shalt be moving and wandering in the earth until the day of thy death. So the ground did not produce for Cain like it did before. So the ground was producing for him, but this day it shall not be producing for him. Cain has brought a curse upon him. And verse 33. So this lets me know in verse 32 that Cain was blessed from the fruits of the ground and not have much success as it did in the beginning with Adam before the fall. Y'all see what I'm saying? Okay, I just wondered if you got that revelation like I did. In verse 33, and at the time Cain went out from the presence of the Most High, from the place where he was, and he went moving and wandering in the land toward the east of Eden, he and all the belongings to him. Verse 34, and Cain knew his wife in those days, and she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Enoch, saying, in that time the Most High began to give him rest and quiet in the earth. Verse 35, and at that time Cain also began to build a city, and he built a city, and he called the name of the city Enoch, according to the name of his son. For in the days of the Most High had given him rest upon the earth, and he did not move about and wander as in the beginning. And Arad was born to Enoch, and Arad began Methuselah, and Methuselah began Methuselah. And y'all going to have to bear with me with all these names that they've got. Verse chapter 2, verses 1. We're moving into chapter 2 now. And it was in 130 years of the life of Adam upon the earth that he again knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare a son in his likeness and in his image, and she called his name Seth, saying, because the Most High had appointed me another seed in the place of Abel, for Cain has slain him. And Seth lived 105 years, and he begat a son. And Seth called the names of his son Enosh, saying, because in that time the sons of men began to multiply and to afflict their souls and hearts by transgressing and rebelling against the Most High. Now, in the King James, with all the myths that's going on, we see that these are talking about the sons of Seth. And the sons of Seth were not what you see in the book of Genesis, that we thought that they were angels, but we see that they are men born by Seth, according to the book of Jasher. Now, in the book of Jasher, this is the book that Joshua was reading. And as we, bear with us until we get to chapter 54, you really finna see something. That that's coming out that's going to be really, really supernatural. Not taken away from chapter 1 and all the other chapters, but we got to get the entire foundation out before we really get to chapter 54. But if you want to preview chapter 54, 24, go ahead and you'll see something just blows your mind with the 12 brothers, speaking of the tribe of Israel, Judah, Asher, and all of them, as well as Joseph. Now in verses 3 of chapter 2, and it was in the days of Enosh that the sons of men continued to rebel and transgress against the Most High, to increase the anger of the Most High against the sons of men. And the sons of men went and they served other gods, and they forgot the Most High who had created them in the earth. And in those days the Son of Men made images of brass and iron, wood and stone, and they bowed down and served them. And every man made his god, and they bowed down to them. And the sons of men forsook the Most High all the days of Enosh and his children. And the anger of the Most High was kindled on account of their works and abominations which they did in the earth. And the Most High caused the waters of the river of Gilead to overwhelm them, and he destroyed and consumed them, and he destroyed the third part of the earth. And notwithstand this, the sons of men did not turn from their evil ways, and their hands were yet extended to do evil in the sight of the Most High. And in those days there was neither sowing nor reaping in the earth, and there was no food for the sons of men, and the famine was very great in those days. Verses 8, and the seed which they sowed in those days in the ground became thorns, thistles, and brills. For from the days of Adam was the declaration concerning the earth, of the curse of the Most High, which he cursed the earth on account of the sin which Adam sinned before the Most High. And it was, verses 9, and it was when men continued to rebel and transgress against the Most High, and to corrupt their ways, that the earth also became corrupt. And Enosh, verses 10, and Enosh lived 90 years, and he begat Canaan. And Canaan grew, that's Cainaan, and Canaan grew up, and he was 40 years old. And he became wise and had knowledge and skill in all wisdom. And he reigned over the sons of men, and he led the sons of men to wisdom and knowledge. For Canaan was a very wise man, and he understood all in all wisdom, and with his wisdom he ruled over spirits and demons. Verses 12. We're in chapter 2, verses 12. We're going into the overtime now with about less than 15 minutes left here on the show. And Canaan knew by his wisdom that the Most High would destroy the sons of men for having sinned upon the earth, and that the Most High would in the latter days bring upon them the waters of the flood. And in those days Canaan wrote upon tablets of stone. Now, we just talked about the flood that is coming because of sin, but also there was another flood that came and destroyed in that area as well. Did you pick up on that? Okay. Now, verses 13. And in those verses 13, and in those days Canaan wrote upon the tablets of stone what was to take place in time to come, and he put them in his treasures. And Canaan reigned over the whole earth, and he turned some of the sons of men to the service of the Most High. And when Canaan was 70 years old, he begat 3 sons and 2 daughters. And these are the names of the children of Canaan. The name of the firstborn was Malachi, and the second Enan, and the third Mered, and their sisters were Adah and Zillah. These are the 5 children of Canaan that were born to him. And Lamech, the son of Methuselah, became related to Canaan by marriage, and he took his 2 daughters for his wives. And Adal conceived and bare a son to Lamech, and she called his name Jabal. It would behoove you if you would go ahead and draw you a chart and look at the lineage of all the children going forward, as well as knowing where that bloodline or the seed line or the chosen line was in the earth today. This is why it's good to have a chart so you can kind of visual to keep up with who these people are and where did Christ come for to redeem mankind back. Verses 18, and she again conceived and bare a son, and called his name Jubal. And Zillah, her sister, was barren in those days and had no offspring. Verses 19, for in those days the Son of Men began to trespass against the Most High, and to trespass the commandments which he had commanded to Adam, to be fruitful and multiply in the earth. Verses 20, and sons of the sons of men caused their wives to drink a draught that would render them barren, in order that they may retain their figures, and whereby their beauty appearance might not fade. And when, verses 21, and when the sons of men caused some of the wives to drink, Zillah drank with them. And the verse 22, and the childbearing woman appeared abominable in the sight of their husbands, as widows, whistle their husbands live, for to the barren ones only they were attached. Now just kind of get up on this and just kind of meditate on this so you can get the revelation of it. Verses 23, and in the end of the days and years, when Zillah became old, the Most High opened her womb. Verses 24, and she conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Tubal. Cain, saying, after I had withered away, have I obtained him from the Almighty. Verses 25, and she conceived again and bare a daughter, and she called her name Naaman. For she said, after I had withered away, have I obtained pleasure and delight. Verses 26, and Lamech was old and had advanced in years, and his eyes were dim that he could not see. And Tubal Cain, his son, was leading him. And it was one day that Lamech went into the field, and Tubal Cain, his son, was with him. And while they were walking in the field, Cain, the son of Adam, advanced toward them, and for Lamech was very old and could not see much. And Tubal Cain, his son, was very young. And Tubal Cain told father to draw his bow, and with the arrows he smote Cain, who was yet far off. And he slew him, for he appeared to them to be an animal. Cain was mistaken for an animal. That's right. The Cain that killed Abe. This is the Cain that they're talking about. 28. And the arrows entered Cain's body, although he was distant from them, and he fell to the ground and died. Verses 29. And the Most High requited Cain's evil according to his wickedness, which he had done to his brother Abe, according to the word of the Most High, which he has spoken. Verses 30, and it came to pass, Cain had died, that Lamech and Tubal went to see the animal which they thought they had slain, but it was Cain, which they had slain. And they saw, and behold, Cain, their grandfather, was fallen dead upon the earth. And Lamech was very much grieved at having done this, and in clapping his hands together, he struck his son and caused his death. Verse 32, and the wives of Lamech heard that what Lamech had done, and they sought to kill him. Verses 33, and the wise of Lamech hated him for the day because he slew Cain and Tubal Cain, and the wise of Lamech separated from him, and he would not hearken to him in those days. Verses 34, and Lamech came to his wives, and he pressed them to listen to him about this matter. Verses 35. We are in chapter 2, verses 35. And he said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, O wives of Lamech. Attend to my words, for now you have imagined and said that I slew a man with my wounds, and a child with my stripes, for their having done no violence, but surely know that I am old and gray-headed, and that my eyes are heavy through age, and I did this thing unknowingly. Verses 36, we're about to end chapter 2. And the wise of Lamech listened to him in this matter, and they returned to him with the advice of their father Adam. But they bore no children to him from that time, knowing that the Most High anger was increasingly in those days against the sons of men to destroy them with the waters of the flood for their evil doings. And Malachi, the son of Canaan, lived 65 years and begat Jared. And Jared lived 62 years and begat Enoch. Okay, chapter 3, we're going to take up there next week. As you can see, we've got a little bit more revelation on this. So join me again at 9 p.m. and look out at our web address here at Blog Talk Radio, because we're going to extend our hours as well as to extend our prime time hours again as well. So until next week here on Sunday at 9 a.m. right here on Blog Talk Radio for the Men Empowered Organization, my name is Malachi, and I am going to see you next Sunday for another edition of Let's Talk, the review of the book of Jasher. Shalom.
From the minute that you're born, your body starts to decay. Your skin and your hair will turn wrinkle and gray. One thing's for sure, we gon' pass away. That's right, dog, you wasn't put here to stay. I know you think you gon' live forever. You keep telling yourself you should chase cheddar. I can't front, I wanna be rich too, but I'm smart enough to know you can't take it with you. When you got the cars, got the cribs, ride through the hood and everybody know you're rich. Believe me, money do make life easy when you can make it rain like Fat Joe and Weezy. Brunch in Paris, dinner in America. This morning Chanel, tonight it's Erica. I got ice in my Rolex, rims in the car. I could buy out the bar, show the world I'm a star. G4 flies to Sandro Pay. Look, I know you're trying to get paid, and all that money do sound real nice, but you don't got nothing if you don't got sight. They wanna be, they wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on. They wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, hey. So don't store treasures in a place where it rots. Don't die and go to a place where it's hot. People think money's everything, but it's not. The things people do for the guap. Rappers will sell out their souls on a track. Some would even sell to their own mama crack. Rich people got it and they cheat on their tax. Girls sell their bodies and they lay on their backs. Some of them strip to make a porn flick fake like you're homeless and then walk with a limp for oil and diamonds. So many died, so many nations face genocide. Man, no matter how you get it, you're dead wrong. If you think you can take it when you're dead and gone, all money does when they zip you in the plastic is burn you. They wanna be, they wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, come on, they wanna be, they wanna be R-I-C-H. Come on, you got 24 hours, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. Your clock's ticking, time moves fast. And all the money in the world can't buy back a second of your past. Can't buy breath when you passing away. So tell me, what's the value of today? I discovered at last, you're really poor if all that you got in this world is cash. I got Jesus, I'm not a hostage, no longer living in bondage. Addiction's gone since I met the Savior. Believe me, I know all about favor. I know about joy, I can smile. I know about the Father's love for a child. I know what it's like to have bitterness gone. I know what it feels like to sing a new song. Rest in His arms, peace within. I'm a better man, jump free from sin. In my life after, I'ma reign as a king. And I think it didn't cost me a thing. Cha-ching.